Hi guys, in this video I'll show you how to make an infinite run in the latest patch, which is 27.1.4. Infinite runs are possible at tiers 1 to 16, maybe even 17 if you have high enough Chronofield Plus. I'm not able to farm tier 17 yet, so I won't make infinite run there, but it's going pretty well at tier 16 for me. This build is about being able to CC enemies long enough so they can be killed by orbs and electrons. It's not about damage or our HP, as long as we can get all necessary perks, which is actually speed reduction perk. There are a few pieces to this puzzle we need to solve. Let's start with our modules. And the most important module is orbital augment. Orbital augment is the best module because it deals percent damage, and this allows us to kill elites before they can hit us at all. There are a few quite important module effects we want to have, which are landmine chance, orbs quantity, orb speed. Landmine radius is okay if we have problem with elites hitting us, because they can be stunned by inner landmines and normal landmines. And we want dev defy, but only if we're getting hit by bosses frequently enough for it to matter. Second important module is space displacer in as module slot. Epic as module stat is enough for us. In terms of cannon, we can use shrink ray, but that doesn't really matter because enemy mass slowly will go to infinity, so mass can't be the problem if we want to have infinite runs. So we can use whichever module is fine. There is just one substat I would recommend you, and it's ancestral attack speed, because we want to knock back enemies as much as possible. And this is my farming setup, so I'm using BHD with Galaxy Compressor and Multiverse Nexus with Harmonic Conductor. I'm being hit by bosses, so Harmonic Conductor actually is required for me to have a permanent infinite run. But that's because I don't have ancestral chrono field speed reduction substat at my Multiverse Nexus. It's only mythic and I cannot roll it ancestral. I'm really unlucky. So overall I have 88% slow, which is good enough, but we want to have 90% slow to have infinite runs. Now let's talk about ultimate weapons. Ultimate weapons which really matter in this strategy are Chronofield. We want permanent Chronofield with as much speed reduction as possible. I would say anything below 86% cannot yield us infinite run. No, at least not at tiers with battle conditions. So we want 90% here. We want inner landmines. They are just for stuns, so we don't need them to have. We don't need inner landmines plus. We want to have finished lap for the size and for stun duration. And another important ultimate weapon is Poison Swamp. We want at least one permanent Poison Swamp, or close to permanent, as you can see on my example. And we want to have stun enabled because it helps us dealing with bosses and some elites. We want max stun chance and time duration. I'm not maxing my poison swamp size because I don't have big enough black holes and that could hurt my farming runs. Permanent black hole is nice, but isn't necessary for this strat. I don't have permanent black hole with MVM and it's not big deal for me. Let's look at labs we need to have completed. These are orb speed because we want to have as much boss hits as possible, and we want to deal damage to the bosses with orbs, so we need to complete that lab as well. We want to have maxed poison swamp stun labs. Chronofield range is, in my opinion, important because it helps us slow elites and bosses, so our electrons have easier time to kill them. Inner landmine rotation speed isn't required because we are mainly focusing on inner landmines spawned by Space Displacer. We want maxed inner landmine stun, and we want to have recharge second wind, demon mode and nuke because these are the main ways we will deal with fleets. Fleets are enemies which spawn at tiers 14 and above. At tier 14 they spawn every 1000 waves. At tier 15 it's 750 waves, and at tier 16 it's 500 waves, which is not which allows us to recharge second wind or demon mode or nuke faster than they can spawn. If we want to farm tiers 14 to 16, we also want as high as possible battle condition reduction lab because it helps us knock back enemies further and deal more damage to bosses with plasma cannon. In terms of cards, we are using standard card setup, nothing special. For sure we want energy shield, attack speed, energy net, demon mode, second wind, landmine stun, and slow aura. I'm farming at min range, which is 30 meters. I'm not sure if we can make infinite run at 70 meters because orbs, electrons are pathing slightly differently. They are not as close to our tower, so please let me know if you can do infinite run at max range. There are two important perks. One is enemy speed reduction, which we want, and second one is boss speed slash reduced health, which we don't want. We want boss to be as slow as possible. I also ban Poison Swamp Radius because that would stun common enemies outside my black hole, so I would have less coins per hour. Even if you don't get permanent infinite run, you can extend your runs quite a lot. I used to farm tier 16 to 5500 waves usually. Now it's basically infinite, or at least way higher than 10,000. Mm, I think that's everything. Have a nice day. Thanks.